Hello, it is July 21st, 2025, and I'm going to be doing a Lenormand card read on Chantel, Foodie Booty. It's been a while since I've done one, and I'm not even going to ask it the cards a question. I'm just going to shuffle the cards, pull three, and then just see what the cards are. And my energy is in Chantel Foodie Booty. So, I don't know what, I'm not even going to ask a question. Something tonight has compelled me to do a reading. Again, it's July 21st, 2025. And something has compelled me to do a reading. A lot has gone on. A lot is going on with Chantel and Sala and Julia. We love Julia. Sorry about your haircut. I'm sorry about the stress, Julia. You should not be anywhere near this madness. I'm sorry you are. Okay, let's go. I want to pull three cards. Let's just start with three. Booty. Two. Oh, sorry. Wandering. Three. Okay, here's my three cards for now. I don't know. Just felt the energy, the need to do this read as I am talking. I'm trying to find my glasses because I am that. I started this without my glasses. Now I can't see. That's brilliant. Okay, smooth move. Gonna go without the glasses. All right, here we go. Because I just felt like I needed to do this. I'm very curious to see what the cards are. Here we go. So the first card is going to be a ship. Fish. This is the ship. Second card. Sala. The dog. The loyal. Okay. Okay. I'm seeing. This is Sala telling her not to come to Syria. But we already know that. He's telling her, do not come here. And what did she do? And then the third card is the castle, which is all about authority, all about government. Wow. Okay. So this is telling me what we already know and what's already happened. He did not want her to be there because he knows it's the government. It's all nothing but authority right now over there, and because of. Okay, I'm not doing this right. Okay, he didn't want her to come because of obviously it's Syria, what's happening in Syria. Okay, and just the unrest, the unease, just civil war. It's awful. He told her not to show up. When I've done past readings, I would get the dog a lot, and I've always assigned, every time it came up in the reading, it was assigned to Sala. Because Sala has been, well, he's off the leash now, but I think for the first 2 years of this, he was definitely on a leash. But he's definitely off of it now. Okay, so, because he's in his home now where he can really let it all out, let it all loose, and he is. Okay, well, this is her traveling over. This is him telling him don't because of everything that's happening here. Now, here's going to be the next card is going to be very interesting. Very interesting because she's already here. So, what's the next card going to be? Let me see. What's the next card going to say? What's the next card gonna say? Okay. So the next card. So she's here. What's gonna happen now that she is here? Now that she's defied Sala and came in, is the fox. Okay, so this is her now. This is the lion, the downplaying her situation, the downplaying what's happening in Syria. This is her. It's interesting, Salah's in front now, her. So she's following his lead. She has to because of where they are in Syria. Pull these cards over a little bit. So now she is firmly following his lead. But she still wants to plot, scheme, and cook up because that's all she does. So that's all she knows. So that's all she wants to still do, even though she's just like running on autopilot now as far as I'm concerned. So, okay, so here we go. I'm going to do another card. I'm going to do another card. One more card. I'm thinking this one. I'm not showing you my pick. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. Okay, let me do this again so you can see what I'm picking. Okay, I'm going to pick another card. Oh man, I'm going to pick another card. This one. Okay, I'm going to pick this card. So this is her up to her same old, same old. The anchor. Okay, so the anchor is interesting. This is at the end of the with the ship at the beginning too. Okay, so the anchor. I'm going to, because I want to make sure I have the. Oh boy, now I don't have my glasses. I want to say the anchor is stability. It's one of the end cards. I don't have my glasses. Oh my gosh, this is really bad. Hold on just a second. Anchor. I can't read my thing. This text is too small. I'm going to hold it up to you so you can read it. Anchor. Oh my gosh, I'm so frustrated right now without my glasses because I literally can't see what this meaning is. Hold on just a second. This is going to drag out the video way too long. Because I don't have enough light. Anchor. Okay, a wooden cross at the top of the anchor. Silver. Anchor. Keywords is stable, again. Security, long-term, safe. Okay, so yeah, this is sorry about that, guys. I don't have glasses, and I have this trick I do when I can't find my glasses, and I try to read itty-bitty little text like this. You make a tiny, look, you're going to get a bonus. You make a tiny little aperture with your fingers. So you take this two front fingers and you make the asshole sign. No, just the okay sign. And then you take your back fingers and you kind of hold them like this. And then if you look through this tiny little space here, depending on your vision, you can adjust it to your vision. And you'll be able to, eventually things will come in focus. You just squint right through in that little hole and you'll be able to read it. So that's It's my trick, so when I don't have glasses, you'll see me walking around with my hand, making that face. Okay, so back to the reading. Thanks for hanging in the intermission. This last card is actually giving me a hope and some stability for her where she is at. So what I'm going to say she is safe. How she's safe, I don't know. Okay, she might be safe because he knows people there. Maybe she gets to be safe and ride around in the car and spend a little money and keep a little bit of a stay online and such. Is because the stability comes obviously from Sala. But what that is, I don't know. How he's providing it, what he's doing to maintain it. Because I'm going to say right now, this must be a very expensive lifestyle right now when they're keeping up. Okay, and as you can see, she runs her solar, such and such, but, they bought lots of food. They're putting gas in the car. They got a car. As far as I can tell, they got more than one room where they're staying. With a built-in bathroom. I mean, come on. This is kind of, I think, in a day and age of war, luxurious living. Okay, so I know it's not. But I think if you compared herself and her circumstances to the people around her and just a few short miles away, yeah, it is. So for the moment, she's got some stability. Okay. So I think she's really going to hit the scheming and the plotting and trying to bring in some kind of money. Maybe that's why we're seeing her stuff her mouth again the way she has been. Kind of, with all the wraps and the cheeses and all that. So let me see. I want to pull up one more card. I call this one my wild card. Maybe this is the one that's gonna... Because after stability comes something. After stability will come the moon, the secrets. Hiding secrets, secretive again. Yeah. If somebody comes in, I think this card's telling me that if somebody does finally do come knock at their door, she's gonna have what I consider try to keep a very short story. She's not gonna, the less she says, the better to whomever she's speaking to at the time. I think eventually she's going to have to explain something to somebody. Eventually. And when that day comes, I think if she was smart, she wouldn't say a lot. I think if she was smart, she'd keep her mouth shut. Okay, so, it's telling me that for right now, subject to change, of course, very quickly over there. Maybe something's going to come at night. Maybe, let me do one more card. Let me see what it's, I want to do one more card. Something going to come at night that's going to break up let's see what happens. I want to see what's going to come in. Let me see. It's going to come. Okay. Not going to be a baby, a child. But a child, female, young girl. Interesting. That was not expected one in play, but I wonder how. So this is, this is a young woman card, a fertility card. Don't see any of that happening, of course. Maybe don't know. Really, this one's throwing me off now. Maybe I'm sensing, does she have her sister gonna have a baby? Maybe she's got a family member who's about to have a baby, who's about to get pregnant. Or maybe somebody in Salah's family. I don't know. This is that's interesting. Delivery, news maybe at the most. But at night, maybe she's going to get some news at night. Interesting. I don't know. Maybe your sister's pregnant. Fascinating. That's all I'm going to say. I'm stumped on this one. Okay, so I'll leave it there. I'll leave it on an interesting note. I've heard in wartime that you have to be careful, especially with kids, not to say a lot in front of them. Actually, to protect your stability, I think the biggest, there's this saying, little pitchers have big ears. Little pitchers have big ears. Kids are listening to you. And during wartime, kids are easily manipulated to be tiny little agents of chaos and spying, because you can manipulate them to just sit there and play and smile and look cute, and they can listen to every word that's coming out of your mouth. Not only that, they can completely lie and twist up a tale that has nothing to do with you or anything you've done. So, this is starting to make me feel like you want to be careful around the kids in your, and I hate saying that about children, but it's just circumstances. It's just circumstances. Okay, so, I think this is telling me be very quiet with the kids. Don't be so quick to, say too much about them. Or even, I would, in fact, less is more with the kids nowadays. I seriously would not, because, you like to talk, you like to say things, you might say just one thing, and not only is what you say, but they come in and they're looking too, they're looking all around. They're taking notes what you have in your home. They're taking notes about how your home is laid out. Yeah. Is this a kid's card, a child's card, an infant card? You're in a very sticky situation. You're in a very troubled area. I would be careful when I say around kids. Kids will throw you under the bus. It's survival. It's a survival instinct on their part. Okay, Chantel, watch the kids. And I'm sorry to say that about children. But that's how I'm going to read this card. I'm sorry. This all has to do with where she is in the terrible circumstances she found herself under. I don't know. Maybe if this was Canada, I would think that she was having the pizza delivered. Okay, but we're not in Canada. We're in Syria. So maybe this is about. I've already read it. Okay, I'm going to keep the reading as is. So this is it. You've read along with me. I'm sorry about the big delay I hope I didn't just flip us upside down. Oh my gosh, did I? So you read sorry about the delay. It's my reading. Goes as such. I hope I didn't turn us upside down for a moment there. I'll be really aggravated. She said sail. Before she said sail, Salah said don't come because of where you're coming to. Very unstable. It's more. Shows up. Now she's following his lead, but she's still wheeling and dealing and stealing and lying. And downplaying the situation. For now, maybe she's got some stability. I don't know for how much longer. And again, I would keep a tight lip around everybody, especially with the kids right now. And that's my reading. Okay. So this is July 21st, 2025. And this has been my reading for Chantel. I just felt compelled to pull the cards out and read. I didn't ask a question. I just shuffled and said this was on my mind. What did the cards have to say? I just felt compelled to do a reading. I don't do readings in between these. I don't do very many readings at all. I just kind of hum along during my life. And then one day I'm just like, you know what? I really feel like I want to do a reading on her for some reason. And then out come the cards, and here we go. All right. Thanks again for watching. Take care, everybody. Take care of the people in Syria. Okay. Night.